Kia ora listeners, let's learn sumo. I'm Clayton, welcome to the podcast. Welcome to day 4 of the March Grand Sumo Tournament from Osaka in Japan. Haru Basho throwing us a few surprises, but unsurprisingly we found out today that Yokozuna Onosato is Kyujo. He's gone out sick for today after 3 consecutive losses on the first 3 days. Also not surprising, it's his left shoulder dislocation that has caused his problems. Yoshino Fuji, he gets a Fusen freebie for his troubles. Yokozuna Hoshoryu, he faced a very motivated Fujinokawa after his Kimboshi last night. Not sure what to make of this match. It's a bit of a lack of patience from the Yokozuna. Was he forced into an overcommitment by a fast-charging Fujinokawa off the tachiai? Fujinokawa, he was fast off the tachiai, got an inside position as Hoshoryu grabbed Fujinokawa around the neck, tried to pull him down. Hoshoryu, he was fully committed. Fujinokawa was pushing up on Hoshoryu to get him upright and committed. Does this story sound familiar after last night's match against Onosato? He then withdrew, pulled down, not good sumo from the Yokozuna. As he goes down forward, Hatake Komi slap down, gives Fujinokawa his second consecutive Kimboshi. Interesting story. Apparently Fujinokawa doesn't mind a drink. His father is one of the Oyakatas. He comes from pretty good stock, obviously, in sumo. He's favoured by the JSA chairman, Hakaku, who discovered his drinking prowess while on tour in London, apparently. But it's all well and good to be looked on favourably. But Fujinokawa, he's backing it up with 2 Kimboshi. He's up in the joy. Well done to him. Now, remember last night I said at the end of the pod that Aonishiki should deal with Tsurunumi fairly easily tonight. Well, yeah, scrap that. Tsurunumi came with a plan. It was not a pretty plan, but it was a plan all the same. Good tachiai. Tsurunumi goes for the belt. He doesn't quite get it. They thrust. Aonishiki gets hold of Tsurunumi's arm, pulls him past, which turns Tsurunumi around, but he recovers, starts to oshi at Aonishiki. Aonishiki then does a big Nodowa neck thrust on Tsurunumi. Aonishiki is trying to keep Tsurunumi low, but Tsurunumi, he's pushing hard to keep Aonishiki up and thrusting. Chura is under the left armpit. Aonishiki tries to grab Tsurunumi around the back of his head. Tsurunumi drives forward in that lower position as Aonishiki. He is too upright, going backwards to the bail fast. Aonishiki tries to pull Tsurunumi down, but he goes down backwards at the same time as Tsurunumi goes down on top of him. Gunbai goes to Tsurunumi. Now, there's no mono-e, but look, I tell you what, the replay was a whole lot closer than that. Showed that as Aonishiki went down backwards, his ankle kind of turned and hit the ground first before Tsurunumi touched down. It was a pretty good decision. It was a good fight, and it was a good win for Tsurunumi. In the post-interview, Tsurunumi said he was happy, as he knows Aonishiki is a strong guy. At the tachiai, I couldn't raise him from his low posture, but it did pay off. I got him up and to an advantageous position. I was able to topple the Ozeki. I was lucky. From the first day, I'm gaining more experience in facing the Sanyaku. Even though I'm losing, I'm gaining experience, and it's boosted my confidence, my overall goal. I want to perform well and show the kind of sumo I'm capable of. He was fairly chatty in that interview, went for quite a while. Confidence goes a long way in sport. Kodazakura and Takayasu, I was looking forward to this fight. It was a pretty good effort. 2 very large rikishi facing off. It was a good tachiai. Both were looking for the belt off the tachiai. They thrust and struggled. Takayasu got himself a left outside. Kodazakura got a right inside. Takayasu got a right inside as well and controlled Kodazakura with the right belt. He gives up the right and then keeps the left as he dashinage, so he big open belt throw Kodazakura before he got into a position to push Kodazakura out over the bales. Yorikiri for Takayasu. Good body movement there for Takayasu. Really good experience. Strong performance. Anyway, another strong performance for Kirishima tonight over Wakataka Kage. Seki Wake and Wakataka Kage, really strong and fast tachiai for both of them. Kirishima got himself a left outside. Wakataka Kage got himself a right inside belt. They prevent each other from getting that double belt grip. Kirishima then used his grip to lift and drive Wakataka Kage up and back and over Yorikiri. It was a really dominant performance there for Kirishima. Another dominant performance, Atami Fuji over Wakamoto Haru. Just a simple under the arms drive out for Atami Fuji. Not much defense there from Wakamoto Haru. Another simple drive out for Hiradumi over Ichi Yamamoto. Oho and Kota Shoho, they had a pretty brutal affair. Good touchy eye as they oshi thrust at each other again and again. Kota Shoho deflects and Oho kept coming in. They continued to thrust at each other. Oho tried a Nodowa. Oho then thrust at Kota Shoho. Kota Shoho was on the bails. He was a bit unbalanced. Oho delivered a blow, but Kota Shoho dragged Oho's arm past him. Oho goes down forward. Kota Shoho danced on the bails and takes the win. Suki Itoshi thrust down for Kota Shoho. Kota Shoho got up. A little bit of blood on his face there. Took a bit of bark off his cheek, but he took the win. That was a good fight. Ura, he seems to have a problem with Daisho as he let Ura start his threshing, his Supari thrusting. Ura tried to recover on that thrusting, but Daisho was waiting and opened the barn door, slapped him down. Interesting, Kimarite, a non-technique Kimarite for Takanosho over Oshoma tonight. Takanosho forced Oshoma back to the bails and Oshoma went down on one knee under pressure. They called it a Sukihiza, a knee touchdown. It's one of those non-techniques that they call, meaning the person touches down without the effort of the other Rikishi forcing it. I would say that Takanosho did force it by pushing him back to the bails, but a Sukihiza it is. Asanayama got a good body throw on Chiyoshima after keeping Chiyoshima off his belt, forced Chiyoshima to touch down as he pulled him over on the body. Tsukuyanage beltless body throw for Asanayama. Nishiki Fuji did well to get a Yorikiri win over the much bigger Mitakayumi. A bit of a balance change and lifting belt grip did the job there and forced Mitakayumi back. And finally, a Henka by Koto Eiho over Kimbozan. That negated the long arm reach for Kimbozan and Koto Eiho took that win. That's it for day 4 fight, folks. Onakatsu, I hear, is returning on day 5, which is good news that his knee injury isn't as severe as first thought. Hoshoryu will face the Okinawa steamroller Tsurunumi. Aonishiki has the pocket rocket Fujinokawa, who is brimming with confidence, while Aonishiki, I must say, he looked a bit panicked tonight for the first time. Wakataka Kage faces Kodazakura. Kirishima will face Wakamoto Haru and should deal with that fairly easily. Yoshino Fuji, he's got a bit of a difficult match coming tomorrow night with Takayasu, and Atami Fuji will face the super fast Hiradumi. He seems very motivated this tournament. Join me again, folks. Hakioi, let's learn sumo.